Okay, so the story goes that when Jesus rose from the dead, he went to his disciples and to Peter. And when he had finished speaking with Peter, Peter turned to him and said, "Lord, what about him?" Referring, of course, to another disciple. The Lord says, "What is it to you? If I want him to live forever, it doesn't matter. You follow me." Now, you know what the disciples got from all of that, what they heard, how they interpreted that? They got, "Hey, Jesus is making this guy an immortal." And word spread, and one of the disciples was going to be made into an immortal. Or something along those lines. We hear what we want to hear.
I make it say, when
Poker face, poker face.
I make it say, what
Poker face.
Me first.
When I was young, and dub/dance hall actually meant something, there came forth a song called "Na Leave Me Beeper" or "Call Me on Me Beeper," but I think it was the former. It went something like this: "Na leave me beeper, na leave me beeper, 'cause the beeper have my business. Yes, the beeper have my business." Give or take a few lyrics. Anyhow, for months, maybe years, I walked around singing "Scarlet Believer, Scarlet Believer, something about my business, my business." Now, what is a Scarlet Believer? I mean, well, were you asking me? All I know was the song was about a Scarlet Believer. I mean, geez, man. Then there was the legendary Garnet Silk, who had the song
Christ in his kingly character, Christ in his kingly character, Christ in his kingly character, Christ in his kingly character.
I, of course, walked around singing, "Death to the schemey characters, death to the schemey characters, death to the schemey characters, death to the schemey characters." It was only recently that I found out what, it said, and I was like, oh, well, yeah, that actually sounds much better. Supercat, another early dancehall master, had this song called "Calm Down." And in it he said,
"Watch out, make me come down, make me come down, watch out, make me come down, make me come down, 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 down. Hey, what them a go do when the general come? Yes, give him the mic and wall of Satan sit down.
I heard something, something, something. Give me the mic and tell Satan sit down. Tell Satan sit down. At first I was a little disturbed, but then as a young theist I started to feel empowered. It's like Supercat had power over the devil, Yeah. He was telling Satan, "Hey, watch now, when you see me standing up, you better sit your ass down and shut up, eh?" It was very empowering. And no matter how much, how many times I heard it, my mind had already processed that those were the lyrics, so end of story. Why? Because we hear what we want to hear. There are things, situations within our souls, I think, that skew the way we interpret things, how we perceive things. I could probably trace any, of those tracy versions to some experience, something that changed my perception on the world or on faith. And speaking of faith, there's this song that I love from Jefferson Airplane, Starship, whatever. It's called Miracles. That's the point. The song is called Miracles. I find that whenever I'm feeling down or in a depressing mood, whenever I start wondering why and what's the point of my faith, I start to hear in my head the following lyrics.
If only you believe like I believe, baby, like I believe, we get by. If only you believe, if only you believe in miracles, so would I.
And slowly but surely, I'd pick myself up and move on, because in my theist mind, where nothing is a fluke or accidental, I think maybe somebody is trying to tell me something. Of course, the song is about sex. Well crafted, wondrously executed, but it's about sex. And love, but, it's really about sex. Doubt me? Listen to these lines.
I had a taste of the real whiskey strawberry when I went down on you, never stopping.
All his talk about putting a little faith in you, yeah, right. But see, I blanked all that out because the heavens was sending me a message. Believe, believe! Maybe. We see what we want to see. We hear what we want to hear. We believe what we want to believe because I think it suits our interests. Whether those interests are comfortability, which is not really a word, or ignorance. Or maybe it arises out of a need to believe in something that is better than what we're actually being presented. Listen to this.
Day Kobo, Day Kobo.
Now ask yourself, what the heck is a daily kobo? Huh? Huh? Alright. Oh, let me give you this one. Last year, a girl said to me that she would have sex with me in the dark or probably by candlelight, some crap so. So I tell my other friend, a girl, what that girl said, because I don't know how to interpret that. I thought it was like some hidden girly diss, like, ha! I'd only sleep with you, the earth was being swallowed by the love child of Darkseid and Sephiroth. And all the boys in this place died of procrastination. Again, perception. So I asked her what that meant, the whole sleep with you in the dark thing. And I got cussed, alright? I was told of how much of an idiot I was because she perceived that the girl in question wanted to sleep with me and I blew a perfectly good opportunity because I stupid. I mean, really. Perception. I used to live next to a guy who had a maxi, right? And that bastard would totally drive in like at 2 in the morning, right? And blare his music, including this song by Mr. Vegas, which I swear, and that's not something I really should do, but I was convinced that the words were, yes, I kill them with the noise. The actual lyrics, of course, was,
Heads high, kill them with the no.
now you can see why my perception was skewed. But it's amazing what people hear. It's amazing what we take from things and then declare that those things in our myopic view is the view. I always try to keep my mind open and try to understand almost everything so that, my failed, sometimes skewed depiction of things doesn't overpower the bigger landscape of the world, Yeah, right. But couldn't we all do that? Couldn't we try to keep a more open mind so that way we get the right thought? Because if you only hear what you want to hear, you won't be hearing a thing.